Greetings. Today is August 29th, 2019. And we're just going to have another quick lesson in weaponized logic regarding the commandment of belief. Okay? So, real quick, turn your scriptures to John 4:41. And we just want to, at this time, Barak, bless the name of Yahuwshuwa Ha'Mashiyach, and Barak, which is to bless, to kneel before, to lift up on high the name of Yahuwah, the Father and the Creator of creation. Okay, so John 4, verse 24. Now, using logic, we can understand who's being referred to when we see this English word, or excuse me, this Proto-Germanic word, God, written here in English, spelled G-O-D. Okay, so when we see this, we know that the sun is communicating right now, right? So we can logically conclude then that Elohim probably shouldn't go here, because the sun, who is Elohim, when in general reference referring to, for example, in the book of Genesis, chapter 1, verse 1, it reads, Elohim created the heavens and the earth. Okay, we know that through understanding the scriptures that Elohim spoken of there is the Father and the Son. Okay, and so and I'll go into that at another lesson. But if we know that the Son is communicating, then we can logically conclude that Yahuwah should be present in this word right here. Okay, so Yahuwah is a Ruach, and they that worship him must worship him in Ruach and in truth. Okay, so it's not enough that you worship the Father in anything other but in Ruach, or in spirit and in truth. Because if you worship him in your own ideology, if you worship him in your own thinking, understand that if it does not align with the scriptures, that's not the truth. That's not what we are commanded here. And so this lesson in weaponized logic today is referencing the belief concerning the commandment. Okay, and so it's not enough that you worship him in anything but what aligns with the scriptures. All right, now turn to 1 John chapter 3, verse 23. All right, and it reads, and this is the commandment, that we should believe on the name of the Son. Now, I pause right here because for those who have been keeping up with this series, Weaponized Logic, you already know that this word, this pagan, heathen word right here that we have as Jesus, you know that that's not the Son's name. And so, knowing that that's not the Son's name, understand that that's also not truth. And so, if it's not truth, why are then you still calling on this false name? Okay? And so, when we look at the scriptures and they reveal to us that this name that should be present here is Yahuwshuwa, understand, this is what it is. This is the name that we have been given that is above all names. This is the name, that's Philippians 2:9, by the way. This is the name that in no other name under heaven given among men whereby we must be saved. That's Acts 4:12. Understand, this is the truth. And we must worship the Father, the Yahuwah, in Ruach, or in spirit, and in truth. And no man come to the Father lest he be drawn. No man come to the Father but by the Son. So understand, if you still here listening to this, understand that the Father is drawing you for his purpose. So, and this is the commandment, that we should believe on the name of the Son, Yahuwshuwa Mashiach. And I say Mashiach here because that's a more accurate translation for the anointed one than this pagan word Christ that we have here. So anyway, this is the commandment that we should believe on the name of his son, Yahuwshuwa Ha'Mashiyach, and love one another as he gave us commandment. Okay? Now, you've heard me say that Jesus is a pagan heathen word. You've heard me say that Christ is a pagan heathen word. Pagan in saying that these names or titles were used to reference false deities, okay, by a people who do not align themselves with the scriptures. Heathen. These are people who are outside of either Jacob or Yashrael. These are a people who have aligned themselves with that which is not of the Most High. Okay. So now we're going back to John. We're going back to John chapter 3, verse 18. Okay. So it reads, he that believeth on him is not condemned, but he that believeth not is condemned already, because he hath not believed in the name of the only begotten Son of Yahuwah. Okay, so understand, because there's a lot of talk I've heard about people who say, you know, if you don't believe in the name, then you're condemned. Then you're condemning somebody, right? Understand, me and those who speak with the name of the Son, Yahuwshuwa, are not condemning anybody. We just read the script as it's written. Okay? He that believeth on him is not condemned, but he that believeth not is condemned already, because he hath not believed in the what? In the name of the only begotten Son of Yahuwah. Okay? And so you'll have cats out here that talk about character, that this verse should or could read that because he has not believed in the character of the only begotten Son of Yahuwah. Understand, where you cannot separate the two. You cannot separate a man's character from his name. You cannot attribute all of in a sports terminology, you cannot attribute all of the rings, all of the accolades, all of the awards that Michael Jordan has achieved for himself to Floyd Mayweather. That's a lie. That's not the truth. And those that worship him must worship him in Ruach and in truth. I mean, seriously, just think about it in a logical sense, okay? If we know that we have to believe in the name of the only begotten Son of Yahuwah, and we know that Jesus is not his name, why are you putting your energy into that false name? Stop it. Because that false name will end you up in a place that, here, I'll say it like this. I'm going to turn to Acts 4 and 12, because I don't want to do a whole lot of talking. The word can speak for itself quite honestly. Neither is there salvation in any other, for there is none other what? Name under heaven given among men whereby we must be saved. And I understand this might be a hard lesson. I understand that cognitive dissonance, which is two competing realities butting against each other, might want to rise up. But just logically think about these things. When you connect logic to reality, it reveals the truth and eliminates debate, okay? And when you align your words with the truth, your statement will be accurate. If I say to you that you have to believe in the name of the only begotten Son, those words align themselves with the truth. Therefore, they are accurate. There is neither no other name under heaven, under the Shama, whereby men must be saved. Those words align with the truth. Therefore, that statement is accurate. And according to the prophetic reference for the name of the Son in Zechariah 6, chapter 6, verses 11 and 12, which is Yahuwshuwa Ha'Mashiyach, or the Mashiach, the Messiah, this is what we got. So in the name of our Father, Yahuwah, in the name of our King, Yahuwshuwa, Shalom.